Hey everyone, welcome back. We hope you're ready for another thrilling story. If you enjoy mysteries and spine-chilling tales, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more stories just for you. Now, let's dive into today's story. The first thing Claire noticed was the silence. Not the ordinary kind, but a silence so thick it felt alive, pressing against her ears as soon as she stepped out of the car. The house at the end of Ashwood Lane loomed ahead, its windows like black, empty eyes. Even the streetlights refused to shine here. She had promised herself she'd never return, yet here she was, standing before the house that had swallowed her brother whole. The porch groaned under her weight as she stepped closer. The air stank of mildew, dust, and something sharper, like rusted metal mixed with blood. She gripped her camera, trying to steady her hands, but her body already knew the truth. This place wanted her back. The door, swollen with rot, should have resisted. Instead, it swung open before she touched it, creaking like it had been waiting all these years. Cold air rushed out, smelling of the grave. Claire froze. In the dark hallway beyond, something whispered her name. Her pulse raced, her throat dry. She raised her flashlight, the beam trembling over peeling wallpaper and broken furniture. Then came another sound, soft, dragging footsteps across the floorboards. She wasn't alone. And as the light flickered, she saw him. A boy's pale face at the end of the hall, wide eyes staring back. Her brother. The one who had vanished 23 years ago. Claire Whitmore pulled her car to a stop in front of number 17, Ashwood Lane, the house that had haunted her since childhood. It looked smaller than she remembered, but no less sinister, its windows reflecting only darkness and its paint flaking like dry skin. She had told herself she came here as a journalist, to document another forgotten ruin, but deep down she knew the truth. She had returned because of Daniel. Her younger brother had vanished inside this house 23 years ago. They had been children then, daring each other to step inside the abandoned place that everyone in the neighborhood whispered about. Claire had run out, but Daniel hadn't. No body was ever found, no explanation offered. The house had consumed him, and their family never recovered. Their father drowned in drink, their mother disappeared into silence, and Claire left the town, carrying her guilt like a stone in her chest. Now she was back, her camera bag slung over her shoulder, her heart hammering as she forced herself up the sagging porch steps. The door opened far too easily, as if it had been waiting. The smell hit her first, damp wood, mildew, and something metallic beneath it. It was the same smell she remembered from that night. The silence pressed around her ears as though the house itself was listening. She began snapping photos. The flash exposing peeling wallpaper, broken furniture, and dust thick as ash. Her light swept over the staircase, and her throat tightened. That was where she had last seen Daniel, his hand slipping from hers as she bolted. She whispered to herself, "I'm not a child anymore." Her voice sounded strange, swallowed by the emptiness. In the kitchen she heard it, a faint scraping, like something dragging across wood. She froze, listening, before raising her flashlight. The room was empty. Then came the whisper, "Claire." Her blood ran cold. It was a boy's voice, thin, fragile, but one she knew too well. "Help me." She spun around, her breath shaking, and lifted her camera. The flash exploded. When the image blinked onto the screen, she almost dropped it. A boy's pale face lingered in the corner of the photograph. Wide-eyed. Daniel. Her knees weakened, but she forced herself on. Logic tried to intervene, tricks of light, her mind inventing shapes. But logic had never explained what happened to Daniel. She found herself at the basement door, her hand trembling as she pulled it open. The smell of rot rushed up. She descended the steps, each creak echoing too loudly. The basement was larger than she expected, damp stone walls dripping water. Pipes groaned overhead. She swept her flashlight around and froze. At the far wall, half buried in shadow, stood a rusted metal door. It had no handle, only strange symbols scratched into its surface. Circles, crosses, jagged spirals. Then came the voice again, clearer this time, "Help me, Claire." Tears blurred her sight. "Daniel?" she whispered, stepping closer. The door vibrated faintly, as if something shifted behind it. "Hold on, I'll get you out." She searched the basement, her beam landing on a rusted crowbar. With trembling arms, she wedged it into the frame and pushed. The door screeched open just a crack. Icy air burst out, stinking of decay. She aimed her light inside and gasped. It was not a room but a tunnel, narrow and descending. Lined along its walls were shapes that at first seemed like shadows but then revealed themselves, bodies, dozens of them, slumped against stone. Skin gray, mouths open in silent screams. Her stomach lurched. But at the tunnel's center stood a boy. 10 years old, wearing the same clothes Daniel had worn the night he vanished. His eyes were too dark, too deep, but his smile was familiar. "Claire," he said. "You came back." Her tears spilled hot. "Daniel," she choked. "I'm so sorry. I thought you were behind me. I didn't mean to leave you." His head tilted, and his smile stretched wider, unnaturally wide. "You left me here." Her breath caught. "I didn't." "You left me," he said again, his voice cracking, deepening, layered with others. Behind him, the bodies twitched. Heads lifted. Mouths stretched. A chorus of whispers filled the tunnel, 1,000 voices merging into one. "Stay. Stay. Stay." The figures began to rise. Claire screamed and slammed the door shut. The impact rattled the